Hey, what's up, guys? Officer Bailey speaking. How are we doing today? I'm back with another video. This will be part 2 of my unarmed security experience. Now, back to what I was saying on the other video, I was working at the cell phone place at the time. I guess some lady tried to purchase a phone. I guess she just threw her card on the ground, like threw it like that, like how y'all throw y'all cards if you like throw it. And then then the sales lady gonna tell her, ma'am, that was rude. Please don't do that. And then I guess they started going back and forth. I can't remember word for word they both said. And then they just started going back and forth. Then I said, "Hey man, let's just keep it down though." Because see guys, I'm in a bad area I was working at bad areas at the time too, unarmed. So but here's where it gets it's a little intense though. So they was going back and forth, and then I told them, I said, "Hey, y'all need to cool down before I get PD involved." And all that. So it was like what the hell's going on here? Like, I'm just trying to keep the peace, in the store, And then they going back and forth, started saying some stuff like, "You learn to respect people, this and that." And that's what the customer told the sales lady. He's like, "Well, ma'am, it's really rude of you to throw your car like that, this and that." And then I guess her granddaughter gonna start running her mouth too, saying some shit. And I told her, I said, "If y'all don't stop, I'm going to get PD involved." And then she's all like, then she goes on talking about, "Man, I don't care about no security or that badge and gun." Something like that, she said. And then the grandmother's going to turn around and say, "You better not touch my daughter." I said, "You're not going to touch my daughter." And then the salesman was behind the tables all like, "Dude, no one's even touching nobody." I was just letting her know. Because she's like 5, 10, 15 feet from me. I was talking my mouth. And then she going to talk about, "I'm finna go get a gun," this and that. I said, "Yeah, I need to call PD for this one. Because I don't know what the fuck she going to do." So it was like, and I'm like, what the hell's going on? Like, she just said, "Don't throw it." And then she's going to be all like, "That's how I do business." So I'm like, so you're telling me throwing a card at a salesman, not actually throw a gun, I just like throw on the ground, like, it's how you do business. I'm like, that's rude and disrespectful. We don't do that. And then she gonna be like, "Don't put your hands on her." Then the lady's gonna be all like, "Don't put your hands on her," and all that. Say she's pregnant. And I'm like, if she's pregnant, then why is she acting like that then? Like, whatever. So she left. I was so she left, then we started talking about this, and I was like, what was her damn problem for her? And then the guy was like, "I don't know. No, don't worry about it." And I'm like, it's my job to observe it, not like, what the hell? Like, and I'm sitting right there just listening to every conversation, guys. It was a whole lot of shit going on. So I I guess what happened next was, so she left. So I waited till they left. I was watching. They left, and I guess a few weeks later, some other incidents happening. And I guess the big old tall black dude gonna start explaining some stuff to me, saying, "Young man, I'm security here." Like, just try to put a smile on the face, And I'm thinking, like, is this guy trying to intimidate me or something, or trying to, And this was an older gentleman too, guys, an older black dude. I couldn't stand that fucker. I could not stand that dude at all. He's just running his mouth like, dude, like, I don't care. I'm like, dude, you're loss prevention. I'm here for the manager. I'm not contract with you. So because he was only loss prevention, guys. That's what people don't understand. Like, dude, you don't have no authority. Like, like, I got jurisdiction on the property. You don't. And all that. And so, like, he was just running his mouth and everything. And I guess some other times later on, I guess somebody was using some problems and shit, I guess. I don't know what else happened. Oh, yeah. Here's another story that happened, too. So, one day, a guy came in. It was a Mexican guy. Was shot a bison. I don't know. I was standing over there by the cell phones because, guys, when you enter the phone play, there's like 4 or 5 sales tape right there where you can pay your shit at. So he's all like, "Hey, hey, he was like, hey man, and the loss prevention dude was all like, hey young man, let me see that $100 bill, that dollar or something. And I'm looking at this guy like, what's going on here? And then he was like, dude, this is fake money. And then the guy started getting all scared and everything. And I went up to him and said, hey, brother, just be cool, man. Just calm down, man. We ain't try to have no problems around here. This and that. And then the big old black dude's going to turn around and say, excuse me, sir, you're in my business. Who's that? So black dude's going to be all like, you need to mind your own business. I'm security here. You security from a different department. So my question is like, I mean, guys, you know what I'm saying? Like, why is he gonna sit there and say that? But why are they sending me out here then? I'm like, if they don't need security, then why are they sending me out here then? It doesn't mean because we're contract with the phone place unarmed. And so what happened next was, and I'm looking at this dude like, who is he talking to like that? Like, just trying to intimidate me, guys. See, this is the guy that's lost prevention. I'm security. He has no authority. Like, he has no arresting or authority powers. He don't. So they went to go call the manager. I guess they took the dollar. I don't remember what else happened after that. That was over. And then the black dude's gonna say, and the black dude just kept looking at me, all like trying to like give me that mean mugging face. And this fool's not even from Dallas. I mean, he's from Dallas, but he's from Plano too. I couldn't stand that dude. And then then this fool gonna turn around and tell me, which the loss prevention guy said, and I was working at the security place at the time, the company. So he's all like, if you have a problem with me, just let me know. I said, all right, whatever. Just kept running his mouth. I'm like, dude, just shut up. I'm like, who is this guy? But it's just like, dude, like, this is not no freaking competition. Like, I don't care. I'm just there to make sure everybody's safe and doing what they're supposed to. Not doing anything illegal on property, like taking cell phones, all that shit. It's really not that hard. It's really not. So one day, guys, I came into work one day. So I guess my hands were all wet. I went to go get my paper towels from the back at the break room. And this big ass old dude and that big same dude was going off on me standing right there, saying, and I said, "How you doing, sir?" Just grabbed my napkins, and his food was like right beside the thing, cause some things you slap down, whatever, to get paper towels off. He's thinking I was reaching for his food, and I reached over it. His food's right next to it, not between it. So. And then he gonna tell me to come to the back. I was like, what does this guy want? And then I go back there. He's always saying, he said, excuse me, brother. I said, what? I said, can I help you? He was just trying to like saying some stuff like, oh, that was rude of you for what you did. Something like, oh, that was kind of rude of you what you did. Like reaching your hand over that, and you see out of another man here. He's gonna be like, you scared the hell out of me. He was all like, I don't know what you be doing things around here, but you better watch yourself around me, young man. I'm like, who the fuck is food? And I'm like, who does this guy think he talking to? Like, like who is this guy? Like, dude, damn, like I'm over here like. So guys, when you go inside the break room, it's small and everything. Refrigerator is right there on the far end. Grab the refrigerator, you open it. And I wasn't even that close. I was about like 5-10 feet from just reaching over the thing, getting the paper towel and everything with my long arms. So then he's also gonna say some shit like, what do you say? Oh yeah, he's gonna be all like, he's like saying that was rude of you doing this and that, saying I scared the hell out of him. I'm sitting there looking at this guy like, what? He was like saying, you hear me? And then he's gonna be all like, you scared the hell out of me, this and that. It was just like, dude, why is everybody just getting all... I'm like, why is everybody getting all hostile for? Like, what is the damn problem? And this dude's bigger than me. I'm like, dude, like, why are you scared? Like, suppose I scared the hell out of him. I was like, he's gonna tell me, like, you need to watch out around me, this and that. I was like, I didn't even do nothing to this guy. I'm just here to just get my paper towels, wipe my hands because I spilled something earlier when I was on my way there. So it was just like, okay. He was like saying, please. He kept saying, please. He was like, I'm asking you nice. I said, okay. And then I was like, you're done? Like, you know what I'm saying, guys? I was like, you're done? Like, I wasn't really interested in the situation. I really wasn't, but people out here, guys, are really sketchy and rude and disrespectful as hell nowadays. You know, it's really stupid. So I went back. So that was over. And then gonna tell me how to do my job and everything, like this and that. And then the client's gonna sit there telling me how to do my job. I'm like, who does this guy think he's talking to? Like, if people know my jobs, if people know these security jobs so much, then why in the hell they ain't doing it, you know? Anyway, so I guess one day this lieutenant texts me and be all like, hey, just let you know from the clients saying stuff like, hey, when we're at the store, we're not here to like go behind the sales floor, this and that. But see, guys, I don't like sitting in one spot. Like, when I sit in one spot for too long, my legs start to get all tight and shit. Legs starting to hurt. My back starts to hurt. Like, dude, like, I like to move around, but I don't like being in the customer's way, though. I mean, stay outside. And then just starts running their mouth. And I was like, yeah. So I called the captain. I said, hey, captain, can you move me somewhere closer, man? Like, I don't want to be here. He's like, all right. He's all right, Mr. Bailey. Just give me some time. I said, all right, cool, man. Thank you. So after that was over, so one day I'm gonna go blow my nose. I'm gonna go blow my nose, and then that black dude, this big old tall dude, this other dude just kept staring at me funny for some reason. I was like, oh, okay, what's being weird for? And then like, dude, what's the problem? So I want to go throw my thing. He just started staring at me nonstop for it, and I'm like, what's this guy's problem? I'm like, why are you staring at me for? Think about, oh, he's crazy and everything. I was like, man, I ain't worried about that dude. He's just trying to intimidate me because I'm younger than him. Like, I don't understand to this day, guys. I really don't. It was just like, what the fuck, you know? So I'm gonna go throw it away. He was all like saying, then I kept looking at him back too, so I was just like, nah, this fool ain't gonna try to intimidate me. Like, I didn't say nothing to him, guys. I really didn't. I was just watching him, see what he was gonna do. So it was just like, all right, I see what's going on. He was like saying some crap, like, then he just kept talking more shit when he got outside the store, just kept running his mouth. I was like, dude, I'm not even worried about this guy. Like, why do you keep talking to me? The only thing I answer is just to the client of the manager. That's it. I'm not interested in you. I'm not here for you. So the chief comes in one night, I start telling him what happened, this and that. He's going to be all like, oh, well, we're here for them. We're not here for that big dude. Don't listen to him, this and that. And then he's all like, what he did next. So we talked for a minute. He was like, look, man, we got your back no matter what, man. But I don't know. I said, I need a body camera. He was like, to cover your ass. I said, yeah, I need it. It's because I told him this. Because when there's no evidence, they can lie and say anything. But when there's a body camera involved, because he was saying there's cameras, I said, but that's not enough for me. I need a body camera so you can hear the audio record so y'all can hear what was said and what wasn't said. Because nowadays, guys, these motherfuckers will lie and say all kinds of shit, no matter what situation it is. So, after that was over, I went back inside, chilled the rest of the night. So I guess one day, I'm sitting in the far corner, a homeless man comes in with a backpack, and then somebody using the phone, and then the salesman went over there and said, hey, you can't use that. He was like using the phone, and he started hiding. He started like putting his whole hand down, like hiding his like, at like, you know what he's doing, like, you know, you lean down and shit, you know, on a car, like how you leaning, try to cover what you was doing. So the salesman went over there, and then you get over there, and I'm like, is he trying to take a cell phone? But I guess he was trying to like dial a phone off the sales phone, like where you can make phone calls. I'm like, why would you ask for a cell phone. I'm like, you could have asked. Like, so I stepped in and then they didn't call, and then they called the big dude. I'm like, why are you calling this dude? He ain't got no authority. Like I'm over here trying to do this. Then he just kept on. Said, I'm like, sir, you need to leave. I don't need. And then the dude just started talking all kinds of crap and everything. Start calling each other, you a bitch, this and that. And I'm like, dude, this lost provision guys being so unprofessional. And then he gonna telling me to back off. I said, nah, you back off. Just kept running his damn mouth like he know what he was talking about. And I'm like, dude, you're not even a security officer. You're loss prevention. Like, like that's not your job. And then he gonna tell me, and then whenever they start unloaded, he gonna tell me some stuff like, hey, like move, because when you're in the cell phones right, he gotta unlock them every time they leave. He gonna tell me to move because I don't want you behind me. And I'm like, dude, you're facing on the front of me now, hands. I not have your back turned. Like gonna tell me to move, and I move because I ain't trying to hear this fucker's mouth. I really ain't. So it just like, dude, what the fuck? Like, why is this guy bothering me? Like, why is he always got to move? So I stopped saying over every time he moved. Then whenever I leave one time, he started asking me for my phone number, this and that. I'm like, dude. He goes to say, I'm like, why? You want to keep me coming? I said, nah, I'm good. And I'm like, why are you asking for my phone number, dude? I don't even fool with you. I don't even like this guy. So it was just like, it's bullshit. So this and that. It was a lot of shit. I was like, God, I can't deal with this shit no more. So, so a few weeks later, and then the client started getting on to me for using the restroom for too long. He keeps talking about our company policy, saying no bathroom breaks, you don't get no this. And I'm like, I can't eat. And then the captain's going to tell me you can bring your food. And then the client's going to tell me something different. So I'm like, which one is it? Like, I don't fucking know. Sometimes I be thinking it's the client's damn problem, you know? Because these clients be running their mouths to us like they know everything. It's just like, dude, what the fuck? Like, dude, what the hell? So it's just like, what the hell? So it's just like, so I was like, what the hell am I gonna do? This and that. I'm like, yeah, this is getting uncomfortable for me. And then there's also rich guy be kissing on these random kiss on these random females that come in. Oh, and I also found out he was married too. I was like, dude, like, and I'm like, this is disgusting, bro. I'm like, dude, I felt sorry for his fucking wife. So it was just like, so all that was over. So after that, I guess him gonna text me and be all like, "Hey, they said they don't want you back on the property. I don't know where else they put you. You think of getting your level 3 license, blah 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 blah." And I said, "I guess so, man. I ain't really complaining about it." I was a little upset about it, guys, but I really wasn't because I was tired of working over there anyways. Like it doesn't make sense for me driving like it was bullshit. I don't know. So they gonna tell me, the captain gonna call me and say, "Hey, D, so I don't know what happened, man. This and that." I said, "Okay, cool. Just let me know if anything finds." He said, "Hey, Mr. Bailey." He called me back and said, "Hey, Mr. Bailey, I found you a new job site. You start there tomorrow fresh." I said, "Okay, cool." I went over there, and it was at a church. And then I went over there. So it was like, I was like, "Oh, cool. I found it. I can do that, Captain." He's like, "All right, cool. You know, with the basics with me, this and that, blah, 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 blah." Got it all down. So, but I was there for a while, though, guys. I was there till February. I was there for February. Things was getting good, though. And then they're gonna like asking me, do I got my level 3? I'll get my other license, level 3 license, whatever. And I was just like, "Nah, I haven't got it yet, Mr. Captain." He was like, "Well, hurry up, get as fast as you can so I can move you to place." I said, "Okay, cool, no problem." I went there, moved me around, so I went there. A few weeks later, I was doing patrol. So I kept having them feelings like, is somebody here right now? So I went inside of a trash can. There was a homeless lady. And I said, "Hey, lady, you gotta leave. I mean, you're not supposed to be here. You're trespassing. You can't really be on here." And then she started talking to herself, this and that. I was like, oh boy. And I was just like, that's bullshit. And then some bullshit happened. That was over. I called the cops. Followed her till she left. 5, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, the cops came. They asked me what happened. I said, what's up, man? How's it going? Told them what happened, this and that. And then they're all like, well, there's nothing much we can do. If she comes back, call the police. So I was like, damn. So I called the police for nothing. I said, damn. So this happened in Fort Worth, too, Texas, guys. With the new property they moved me to. So I stayed, bumped into my car. And guys, I was working unarmed to the position. All I only had was pepper spray, handcuffs, and baton. That was it. I didn't have shit. I didn't have a gun on me because I had to go back to the class for it. Outside is whatever, man. So the cops stayed for about a minute. They left. So after that was over. So what I did was what I did next. So it was like what I did. So that was over, and what take that I do next? So that was over. Rest of the night went good. I went home the next day morning. So they sent me to a club all the way in Dallas working with some guys. And I was working with a new officer. He was a sergeant too, working at a club in Dallas. I met the team and all that. Everything was good for the night though. I left. I met the guy. Plus the guy's from Colorado. And then one time we was talking about something about security laws. I'm in different Colorado. He said you can't wear no body armor. And I'm looking at this guy like, what? I said, we're not even talking. And I'm like, that's not what DPS said because the southern states are different and all that. He was like, oh, so you're one of those people that likes to look up the books and everything, this and that. In the back of my mind, I'm like, what you mean, you people and everything? I was like, what the hell's going on here? So it was like, yeah, something ain't right with this guy. But I let it bother me though. So later on, it was good. They moved everybody in. Because, guys, it was on that storm frozen night. It was so cold outside. So I guess what else happened was, what else happened? So I guess a few weeks later, I went back to the other side. They gonna tell me they don't want you back on the property. So I was just like, okay, this is getting weird. And trust me, and guys, I was still new to the industry at the time when this was happening. So I was like, okay, that's weird. So I ran out of work for a couple of months with the company. So then the captain go, I guess the lieutenant gonna call me and say, hey, we got your new site, Bailey. We gotta confirm it. It was a construction site. Didn't hear back nothing from him a few weeks later. So I was just like, okay, this is kind of weird. So I was like, okay, cool. Called them back. I said, okay. I was like, yeah, I ain't doing this shit no more. So they found me another site, but this was in Dallas and everything, out of a Mexican shop. Then I started working at the club where the guy was at. Everything was good at the clubs. Everybody was having a good time. We had to break up a few fights at the club. Nobody got hurt or injured. This and that. Everything was good. So one day, I was like, you know what? I ain't prepared to do this unarmed shit in these different areas that I'm not familiar with. And so I was just like, okay, this is not good. So talking about stuff like, what I did next. So I called, so I let the sergeant know. I said, hey man, I put in my notice in where I'm quitting. I'm sorry. He's like, sorry to see you go. I said, okay, sir, have a good day. And then Captain gonna call me and be all like, Bailey. I said, yes, Captain. He's all like, look, D'Angelo. He gonna say, Mr. Bailey, I'm sorry that you're not and everything. I said, look, man, I specifically been telling you this stuff over and over again. You're not getting it. That's the reason why security has a bad reputation, have poor leadership, bad reputation, all that such. He's always saying, Mr. Bailey, I understand. I said, if you understand it, then how come there are no changes gonna make? Like, I don't understand. Like, I really don't. Like, that's the reason why people started jumping onto me like I'm the bad person, all just because your officers or this guy makes a mistake. Like, this is not like this stuff is real, guys. This is not no video game. This is not no fast food play. This is real stuff. It's like talking about showing respect. I'm like, where's my respect, bro? Like talking to me like I'm gonna do my damn job. Like, dude. And I'm like, and guess what, guys? This is a former cop too. I was speaking, so I was like, yeah, this is getting a little weird. I was just like, I was like, this is bull crap right now, man. I can't do this crap no more. I was just like, what is going on, man? There's just too much going on right here for today's age. So it was just like, I don't know, guys. It was stupid. Then you gonna tell me to start putting my noodles, do it the right way. I said, no, man, I'm done. I'm done. I was like, yeah. I said, I'll go back, man. I'll go back. If you want to leave, then leave. I said, okay, cool. So I was there. So, and you know what's funny, guys? I didn't have no money at the time, too, to get to your location. I thought I was going to be stranded for the whole night. But luckily, I got help. My parents all gave me money, went to the other location, and all that. I left the other location. And then I said, hey, man, I'm done. So I'm done. So I'm going to go turn my stuff in. I was working for the other company because my people got on this other company. So the captain started explaining something to me, this and that. See, Bailey, here's what the problem is. Bailey, whenever, if they said like they don't want you there, it don't even have to be a reason. If they don't want you there, they don't want you there or something like that. If they don't want me working here, then I can't. It's all good. I said, oh, yeah. He was all like saying like, we still working with us at the club. I said, yeah, Captain, I will. Then I want to go meet the new guy, the lieutenant. We was talking for a little bit, this and that. And then we talked for a minute. They asked me if I want to hang out with them for a little bit. And I told them, I said, Captain, I'll be back when time comes. But right now, it's not good right now, man. Because I understand, Mr. Bailey. So I don't want to hang out with them guys. So I left. Last time I saw them was like, it's been a while since I've seen them guys. So, so it was just like, yeah. And I left, and I was like, yeah, I'm done with these guys for a while. I got to do what's best for me. So I was working somewhere else. So I went to this other company, gone on with it like a few weeks later, week or two. So I got on there. Everything was good. And then I lost my car, and then I so I went to the other location. A few weeks later, I lost my car while at my job. My car just got taken away from me. I was like, yeah, I knew this crap's gonna happen. So everything was good and everything, this and that. Had a few incidents on the property at the other location, this and that. Everything was good. I left and all that crap. I was just like, yeah, this is sad right now, bro. Like, damn. I was like, guys, I've been through so much other this year. I really have. Just a lot. So I was out of a job for a couple of months. So, like I got back on my feet. My last company, the very last one, asked me how I can come back. I said, okay, cool, I'll come back. So I came back because my people helped me out with to use a card and everything until I get my own. It was good though until the chief comes up. Was all like, "How you doing, man? It's been a while. This and that, blah 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 blah. This and that." And then I told him supposedly saying that like this guy was leaving or something. And then I told him that, but he already knew he was leaving though. But I guess he went back and told him. And then we had a meeting about it. And then he gonna start kissing the boss's ass, whatever. I'm like, what is going on, bro? Like everybody just starts coming at me the wrong way, like I did something. Like, hold on a second, guys. Hold on. So now back to what I was saying, guys. Sorry about that. So it was just like some stuff went down, this and that, my other jump. So it was just like, so we had a meeting, and then the guy was like kissing the coming on Boner's ass. Like we were having a meeting at the time at IHOP. So it was just like, yeah. And then he's gonna be all like, are you gonna tell us something about it? And he's like asking me questions like, do you like being here? I said, yeah. Then he's going back, that's not enough for me. And I'm like, why is it? In the back of my mind, I was just like, why is he saying this for? All just because I told him he was leaving. I'm like, y'all was doing it before, so when I do it, I get in trouble, you know? So it was just like, okay. And I'm like, I don't have to tell you. I don't gotta tell this guy anything. I don't have to tell him shit. I really don't. And this was not even a year ago. This was like a few months ago, back in June. Yep, around that time. So I guess we had a meeting about stupid shit. I don't know about some dumb stuff. I don't know. And then the lieutenant, then the boss, because he got the lieutenant and the bossman are friends, so they've been knowing each other for years. So it was just like, yeah, I understand why he's kissing his ass, this and that. So it was just like, yeah, this is kind of one of them situations though. And then me and him started talking about some stuff, like saying, like he said, we are a unit. And I'm like, we're not cops. I'm like, just get it through your head. But okay, this is kind of a little strange and awkward. So it was just like, okay, like I don't care. Like he like talking about I've been short with you this and because you said something, and then he started talking about getting. He was like trying to intimidate me, this and that. But he was a cool dude. But at the same time, guys, he's two faced. Got to watch out for him though. That's running his mouth about everything. So he's always saying, if he comes back, then I'll stay. I was just like, I don't care. You can go if you want. You a grown man. Because see, I came back for 3 months, guys. I came back to 3 months later, but during those 3 months, stuff's been going down like that. I was just like, I'm thinking like, okay, maybe it's gonna be a new start. I don't know. So after that was over, the meeting. So back to what Sam was about the meeting. So it was just like saying he been showing me. He's like, "Why are you rolling the boss man's eye?" Start calling me on. I'm looking at this guy like, "Who's this guy talking to?" Like, so, "Oh, are you tonight?" He's just getting all mad about everything, and I'm just like, "Dude, like, what the heck?" Like, I don't know. It was getting all weird. I'm like, "Dude, like, what the heck, dude? Like, I don't know." So it was just like, "What the heck, dude?" And then so we talked about this and that. I said, okay, dudes, whatever. I ain't really trying what he was like saying. And then he's gonna say something like, I would drop all this if you decide to take this thing serious. Cause he was like, yeah, you may have gotten an argument, but I still had your back. And I'm like, yeah, you maybe have my back, but that doesn't mean I trust you. Like, yeah, you're gonna have my back no matter what. Cause all these security guys I worked for, none of them had my back. I don't know about this one I was working with. It's hard to tell. But it was just all bullshit games. I don't know. Bunch of jawjackers and everything. I don't know. But so after that, I guess what I did next. Oh yeah. So like, the meeting was over. Me and the lieutenant talked for about a minute, this and that. Then the guy's gonna be like, well, I need people who's gonna do the damn thing and be here. I'm at the job every day. And then the bug guy, then his friend's gonna run his mouth like he think I was being disrespectful, and I'm like, should I call him officer or lieutenant, something like that? I was just like, okay, right. I was just like, it's kind of weird. That I don't know. And this is my first time meeting this guy ever. I was like, he gonna run his mouth like he knows me and everything. I'm like, dude, I don't care. And then we had a meeting, and then he's always saying, wherever y'all be, if y'all want to squish. Then we had to talk for a minute, left. I left and then texted like go back. I was like, yeah. And I was like, that meeting was crap, dude, to be honest. Like, so I gave some time. Then I guess a few weeks later, this redheaded kid, that guy I met at the meeting, gonna run his mouth, gonna text some guy off this stuff and say all kinds of crap to this dude. And I'm like, who's this guy talking to? I'm like, I don't even talk to this guy like that. And I'm like, dude, like, what's this guy's problem? Something about like, oh, y'all guys are slacking this and that. And I'm like, then they both start coming at me the wrong way. I'm like, dude, I don't even talk to this guy. And I'm like, I thought the beef was squashed, but I guess I was wrong, guys. I was wrong. Though he ran his mouth saying stuff like, you got your license out of a Cracker Jack box, and then he gonna say D, he gonna call me D, you're slacking this and that, you got your stuff out of a whatever you call it. Because I can't remember the word he said, this and that. So it was like, dude, seriously, I thought we already squashed the beat, but I didn't say nothing though, guys. I just let it go, let them two guys argue, and then the lieutenant's gonna be like, we can all go our separate ways, this and that. He's always saying, I don't got to stay at this meeting. I don't have to go to this meeting. And I'm like, dude, you only been there for 2 freaking days. How do you not know it? I've been doing this a lot longer than you. Then it was like bullshit with her. So that was over with. So we had a meeting. Boss man found out, didn't find out till the next day. He's gonna be like, look, I understand, I didn't know. He was like, that was unacceptable, that was unprofessional, this and that. And I'm just like, dude, and I'm just like, then the boss kept saying we're being transparent. And I'm like, dude, there is no leadership at this damn company. Every meeting we had is like trying to intimidate people. I'm like, dude, I'm here to do a job. Like, we're not cops, we're security officers. Not it. Like, I don't know what goes on in these owners' head nowadays. They think they're so stuck in their ways, but they're really not. And I'm just like, dude, like I don't know. It just really rubs me the wrong way. It's just like, yeah, I understand you was a cop back then, but you're not a cop no more. So what does it really matter? It was just like, dude, this is odd and strange. So it was like, okay, that's cool for you. So we had a meeting about that, about the situation that happened. Then he goes to let us know, but like if he comes back on the property, call the cops or PD. I said, man, I ain't worried about this fool. He ain't gonna come back. So I guess a few weeks later, he came back. I don't know, about a month ago, a month or two later, he came back. I was like, dude, why you hiring this guy? And I guess the boss man, this other guy, got into it over some bull. It was he said bull crap. I don't know. It was between those two. I was like, that's cool. Don't tell me because I don't care. And then the boss, the lieutenant's gonna call me and be like, hey, if you're talking to him, don't do it. And I'm like, what does it matter? Then they're gonna start saying stuff behind my back. Then it started causing a whole other argument. Blah 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 blah. But I can't remember what was all said, guys. It was a lot. I couldn't tell you. It was about like basically he said, she said, Booker saying, he gonna put in this 2-week notice in this and that. I was like, no, I'm not leaving. I'm like, I don't even talk to this guy. So why is that other dude saying something to me? The only time I talked to him was at the meeting. That was it. After that was over with. So it was just like, that's kind of stupid right there. Like, I don't even know what's going on at the time. So it was just like, okay, I really don't care. And I'm like, as long as I don't get dragged into it. And then he was like talking about saying like, he got a statement for me, this and that. I said, man, I ain't giving no statement. I'm not required to by law. Like I don't have to give this guy anything. So that was over with. The bullshit wouldn't stop, guys. I gave it time and chance. I said, I'm just gonna ride it out. More bullshit came, this and that. But here's what else more happened. And then the boss man gonna start running his mouth about his employees to me. Like when he's around me, he run his mouth about this other person, this and that. And I'm like, dude, I don't even care what goes on no more. I'm done. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and be all like doing this petty crap and everything. Like, I got nothing to do with it. I really don't care. And just like, dude, like, I don't know. It was just like, I don't know. It's really stupid. So that was over with. What else happened? So, here's what else happened. I bought a new car one day. At the time, it was like a few months ago. I bought a car at the time. had a flat tire. Something about, oh, I'm not being on property, this and that. Like, I was on 15 minutes break. My time came in when I got back on the property. I said, yep. And then he was opening his mouth about something like we're scared of him, this and that. People are scared. I said, I ain't scared of nobody, dude. Like, I don't care what goes on between you and him. If you and him got a problem, that's between you and him. I don't care. So I was like, whatever. And so it was like, oh, that's cool. I don't care. So I'm back on the property, guys. It was fun. Then the boss man comes back on property. So, like, that was over with. And then they're going to run his mouth. And the boss lieutenant calls me, was all saying, this boss been running his mouth, this and then I said, yeah, he's running his mouth. Like, he doing all that stuff. And I was just like, oh, well. I said, man, I can't. I'm like, man. I'm like, dude, every day. And I say to myself, this, guys, every day I come into work, it's always drama after drama at this location. Like, what is going on? Like, I really don't know. And it was just all kinds of crap. And I was like, dude, I don't even bother nobody. I don't know. It was just like, what am I going to do? Like, and then he'd be getting on to me about, I got to register with this thing where you employment, whatever. And I was like, this is stupid. And then something about insulting me. They gonna try to insult me and everything. I was like, all right, whatever, dude. So I registered with it and all that. And then it was just like, it's stupid, bro. I can't do this no more. So I gave some time, guys. I left. So I was still with the company at the time, guys. So I stayed for a minute, kept going. I just kept biting my lip. Hey, it's okay. Just get there. I got a car. I guess a few weeks later, the tenant's gonna come and be like, see, that's my problem, this and that. I'm like, dude, everybody's just doing the crap that I don't know, guys. It's just too much bullcrap going on. I don't know. I'm at the I don't know. I don't know. It's just bull. So it was just like, what am I gonna do? You know how it is, guys. You know how this world is. Like, you know how this world be sometimes. Like, I don't even do all this sometimes. I really don't. So what I did next. So what I did next was like, what I do? Oh yeah, Here's what I did. So I got a car after that. Bought a brand new car after that. I went back on the property, and then I didn't have a gas at the time. Then the chief just started going off on me and everything, this and that, saying I'm playing games, this and that, saying I'm doing this, and I'm like, dude, I gotta let somebody know. So I told the other guy that I came and tell him whole lot of the bullshit, blah 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 blah, saying I'm playing with him, this and that, talking about leaving site without telling. Guys, I always text this guy, hey chief, I'm leaving property, I'm coming right back. Like, I don't know what else he want me to do. So I'm thinking, like, is he talking about when I had that flat tire or something I had? I was like, whatever, dude. I ain't tripping about it. So what I did next was like, what I did next. What I do next? I says, whatever, dude. So I didn't show. I went to work the next day. Bull crap started happening. And then me and the boss was talking about, man, I put in my notice. And I said, for real, man? Yeah, I'm done with this, man. Like, talking about abandoning him and everything, this and that. I was like, man. And I said, man, you a grown man. You do what you want to do. You want, like, the boss owner can tell you what to do. You a man. Yeah, y'all may be knowing each other for years and everything. And then he said, what? He's gonna run his mouth. He's like, see, that's my problem right there. And I'm like, if this guy gonna be an owner of the company, if these owners like gonna be leaders, then they need to, like, if like someone has a problem, y'all need to help us. Like, if there's any problems, we come to him. But when we come to him about a problem, it's just like he'll start going to detail, blood, this and that. I'm like, dude, you're here to help. You're not here to do all this extra stuff. Like, dude, I need somebody who's gonna have my back. Like, whenever things get all crazy and everything. Like, I don't need nobody here to make me feel unsafe working here. Like, I don't get it. Like I don't really understand what goes on in these people's heads. I really don't know. I really don't. And then talks about the guys behind his back and everything. I don't know. Some bull. I don't know. Then I guess I told him, I texted him, I said, hey, Chief. I said, hey, Chief, can you come to the property? I think somebody's here, this and that. There was nobody in the property. Checked all that. I started talking about, hey, is he leaving? This and that. He's like, oh, I don't know if he was leaving. But at the same time, I asked him to see if he was going to tell the truth. And then he's going to say all kinds of these saying, we're not doing this, like we have an attitude or something. But whenever he says something, we get sideways with him and everything. But all of that was just like, all right, whatever, dude. And that was it. So he left. I was like, this is stupid right now. And then, and I'm like, this is stupid. Like, I don't even know. Like, I don't even know. It's just bull. I don't know. And then that was done and over with. It was just like, I don't know. It was just bull. After that was over with, I guess about a few weeks later, the boss was gonna come back on the property. And I said, "How you doing, Chief?" He was, "I'm not good." Look, he was, "I'm let you know something. If you're gonna leave, then you better bounce. This and that." And I was just like, "Okay, cool." So it was just like, "All right, well." He was like, "I don't want to be saying I was doing this and that, blah 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 blah." But I already knew the guy was gonna go back and tell him something because I already knew it because he likes to run his mouth about everything. But guys, you can't really tell nobody shit nowadays. So that was my issue right there at the time. But it was a lesson learned. Then the guy starts going off on me, this and that. I said something about like you and him not good. And I got confused because I was like, yeah, whatever. I ain't worried about it. And then and then now as I was saying, guys, so before all that happened, I hit up the chief one night. One day I said, hey chief, I'm not getting paid enough for this job, this and that. Then he's gonna talk about I know the law, this and that. Like bending the law, like this and that. But the lieutenant told me what the boss was saying. He likes to bend the law, and I was like, that's not good to bend the law, even if sometimes you gotta break them. Like when it comes down to people's pay, like I don't want to fuck with people's pay like that. I wouldn't. I was give them the money that they deserve and give it to them, you know. But he said, but the boss texted me personally saying, you keep hitting me up disrespectful. I mean, I told you that one time. I don't know why you trying to make something little to big. I'm like, dude, I'm like, what is wrong with this guy? Like, is something wrong with this guy? Like, are we the problem? Am I a shitty employer or something? Like, I don't know. Like, everybody out here is just fucking dick sometimes, guys. People just fucking assholes. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what's up. Why are people so rude in the security industry? I do not understand. Like, I don't know, guys. It's just bullshit. And then he want to go back and tell the lieutenant saying, "Oh, he's hitting me up saying, oh, he's saying, hey, I'm not paying him much." I'm like, you have to accept that no matter what situation it is. Like, you have to accept it no matter what. Like, I'm just letting him know. Like, I'm just being honest. Like, he wants us to be honest. But I guess when you tell people the honest truth of now, truth to God, then it's like, what can I do? You know. So back to what I was saying. He gonna sound the private this and that saying, oh, he said you said this about Liz. I'm like, dude, in reality, I don't care. See, it has not even gotten better. I'm the one out here taking chances of protecting people's privacy and getting hurt by somebody. Out here nowadays, guys, because I'm gonna tell y'all guys something. These people don't care nowadays. They don't care about us no more. They don't care about security. They don't care about no cop. They don't care about no law enforcement, sheriff, deputies, state troopers. They don't care at all. In reality, they just don't. Because of the times we're living in, guys, it sucks. It's sad. I understand. I totally get it. And then it's just like, damn, this is sad. Like, I don't know. But yeah, guys, that's it. That's my experience in security. This is all I gotta say, guys. I mean, if y'all like, don't forget, guys, to like, comment, and subscribe. All that. But anyways, guys, that's about it. Hope y'all have a good night. And yeah, God bless everybody. Good night. Deuces. Sorry, guys. One last thing. Stay tuned for part 3. I'm out. Deuces.